long have you had this droid? Let me see your identifications. Hello builders, welcome back to my Hunter channel. My name is Hunter, and I know, my channel is a Lego channel, but if you've seen some of my Lego sets, you know that I'm a big Star Wars fan. And this, I just have to review because, in my opinion, this is the best merchandise you could get of Star Wars from 2016. So this is going to be a quick review on this Star Wars Black Series from Hasbro Imperial Stormtrooper helmet. And that is actually the back of the box. I thought I'd show that because it shows more details of the helmet and also the side angle as well. I already took the helmet out of the box, and let's go ahead and take a look at the helmet. And let me tell you guys, this helmet is awesome. And before I rave about this helmet, there are a couple of things that I am going to nitpick about, and I am nitpicking because it is not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker. It's not a big deal, but it is something that I do want to mention. Now this helmet from the box comes in 3 pieces: the front, the back, and the top. You just click the front and the back piece together first, and then the top piece goes on last, and it just kind of clicks into place. But there are little gaps here, and it's not very noticeable, but it is there. Now, it's not a big, huge gap, just enough space to maybe slide in a piece of paper, but anything thicker than a piece of paper probably won't even slide in through there, but it is there. It is noticeable if you are looking very, very carefully, and there are a little gap there, but I mean, it is not really noticeable if you're using this as a Halloween costume or just even as a display. It's not going to be a big deal, and it's not that noticeable, but it is there, and I didn't want to mention that. The other thing I nitpick is the eyes screen there. Now, normally a person's eye is not going to be this far apart. It's going to be more closer together. And I noticed that right here in the center, everything is clear, everything is good to go. But as the lens get closer towards the center, and that's where most people's eyes are going to be, like right there, the lens kind of gets blurry. Now, more so on this side than that side. This one's it's not so bad, but I notice on this side, the lens does get kind of blurry. Now, it's not so bad where you can't see and you're gonna fall down and can't see where you're going, but it is there, and you will notice that. Again, as long as you can see, it's not that big of a deal. But I did want to mention that as the lens get closer to your nose, it seems to be a little blurry. And same thing on this side too. It seems to get a little blurry, clear, and as you get towards the end, it gets a little blurry. And it might be just the way the lens is made, or it may be because the lens are bent, and your eyes going through that bent lens is causing that blurriness. I'm not sure why, but it is there, and I did want to mention that. And again, it could be just my particular helmet that got the weird lens effect there. If you have this helmet, just let me know if you see the same thing. Now, on with what I love about this helmet. First of all, it is very, very accurate. I do own an armor and a helmet from the original mold of New Hope, I believe. I have something to compare with. I don't have it with me right now. It's boxed away, so I can't show it side by side, but right now. But let me tell you, it is very, very accurate. Now, that's one thing. And then the size. You know, typically when we had other helmets, they're kind of on the smaller side, and the quality is not that great. But this seems to be very, very accurate and close to the original size. And if it is off, it's not very noticeable to the naked eye. I mean, you would have to get like measuring things to see if there's actual difference. However, there are slight difference that is noticeable to the naked eye, and it is right here. They actually kind of looks like they elongated it. From the movie, this part is more narrower right here. So maybe they did that to fit larger size heads or something, but I don't mind it. Actually, I think that it looks better than the original movie ones, because it was just kind of like that on top right there. So I think it looks fine. It's just more, this seems to be more symmetrical top dome there, so I actually do like that. And another improvement that they have, I don't know if it's an improvement, but or just the changes in the mask. In the Rogue One movie, right here, this is actually indented just like this helmet. From the past Star Wars movies, it was just sticker here, but in the Rogue One, when they did the helmet, they actually did like indentation like this on the mold, so it looks really great. I think it looks better. And all this right here is not stickers. These are also indented mold, and it is painted really, really nice and crisp. Only thing on the back, right here, the line isn't so straight. I don't know if you can notice that. It's kind of little thing there, but it's the back, so I really don't care. The front looks great. And when I say accurate, I'm talking about really accurate. This is all rubber piece here. You could feel this is rubber. This little speaker thing is plastic, but the mesh there is metal. And even the mouth part here, they really did a great job. This appears like, maybe from the video, like this is gray and black paint, but it is not. This part is gray, painted gray, but the black area you see right there, that is actually a cutout. And it's not a black paint there, it's actually a cutout, and there's some ventilation going through the inside of the helmet. And what it is a black piece, is a separate piece behind this gray piece. So, and there's a gap there, so you get some kind of ventilation. Let me show you that, if I could get in the video. And here's the, while I'm at it, might as well show the inside. There's the separate black piece I'm talking about. And it's hard, it's gonna be hard to show in my video. Maybe you can, but do you see my hand going back and forth right there? Yeah, that's a cutout there, so you get some little bit of air and ventilation. And I'm thinking, if you wanted to mod this, you could probably just unscrew this, take out the black piece altogether, and just put like a black mesh or something. I think that would give you more straight ventilation, and that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm gonna do that myself, but. And here's the speaker piece for the where you talk into to get the voice amplification. I'm not gonna even say voice changer because it really doesn't change your voice, but it is kind of weak. Maybe because it only takes 3 AAA batteries, but yeah, it is on the weak side. But if you have your mouth right on it, then it works a little bit better. But again, like I said, forget the speaker. The helmet itself looks just so great. And of course, moving up, we have the nose piece here where your nose could sit on. Now, some people have said that this is uncomfortable, and some people have said that it is very, very comfortable. For me, it almost feels like this was made for my nose. Now I'm thinking, if you have like no bridge at all on your nose, then it might be uncomfortable. Or if you have very wide nose or narrow nose, I'm thinking it might be a little bit uncomfortable. But my nose is kind of boring. It just kind of looks your typical nose. It's not too wide, it's not too narrow, and my nose, I have a bit of a bridge, so this almost, it works out really well for me. It feels like really comfortable. My nose sits on there, and it helps me in that the nose piece kind of keeps the helmet from rattling around when I'm like turning my head and stuff. It just sits there just perfectly. And of course, we got that dark green tinted lens, how it's supposed to be from the original movie. I know from the movie it appears black, but it actually isn't. If you know that it's supposed to be green, and I just think they did a perfect job. And of course, the head strap here, and it does help. Now, some people have said that this is a little bit uncomfortable. For me, it was just fine. It feels fine. If you want to put extra padding there, I guess you can do that, but didn't really bother me too much. It does get a little warm in there because you don't have that much ventilation, but there's all these kits you could buy on eBay to add like fan and stuff to keep your face cool and keep from sweating too much. I don't think I want to wear this helmet around for too long, but it is, I mean, it's just part of trooping or wearing a helmet like this. It just comes with the territory. But and all this straps can be adjusted to fit your head. And there is the final look of inside. Now this helmet is a bit heavier than your typical movie accurate helmets that you make from ABS plastic, and of course this is made from ABS plastic also, maybe just a little bit thicker material, so it is going to be a little bit heavier, but it's not so heavy like say a real motorcycle helmet or something like that where it's really heavy and you wouldn't want to wear it all day long on Halloween night. It's totally doable. Only thing really you got to worry about is being sweaty in there and you know, having no ventilation, but that's the only thing I would actually worry about. But yeah, it looks really great. And there is that speaker you click on. And people have criticized about this helmet was the speaker, that it was useless, that it, you know, it wasn't working very well. But here's what I say. Yeah, it doesn't work very well. It doesn't change your voice, but I use it for the clicking sound. Now, if you watch the movie, the Stormtroopers, when they talk after each sentence, when they stop talking, there's like a little microphone clicking sound. That's what I use it for. And all you have to do is, like, when you speak on after your sentence, you kind of blow on the speaker inside, and it makes that clicking sound. And you could practice just different ways, and you get it just right. Now, even the professional ones that you could buy from eBay and install inside, even those you would have to kind of blow on the microphone for you to get that clicking sound, and that's what I use it for, and I think it works out great that way. Now, as a voice changer and as a voice amplifier, not so much, but as a microphone cut in and cut out kind of blocking sound, I think it works out really great. I think this will make an awesome display piece if you're not wanting to wear it. And I mean, if you know about the Stormtrooper armor and helmet, you know that something accurate like this in the past have cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And so for us to get something like this for $80 is pretty much awesome in my opinion, because in the past you really didn't have a choice. You go with like you know, anywhere between $200 to $500 a helmet, or you know, that's it. That was pretty much your choice, or they're not going to be very accurate at all. But man, Hasbro really knocked it out of the park with this one. I can't wait to see what they'll come out with next year. I know previous year they had the Kylo Ren helmet, but I didn't get that one. I wasn't a big fan of it, even though it looked very accurate. I thought the helmet itself was kind of too small. And if you have a larger body, it just looks awkward and weird. But in this case, just because they made it so accurate to the movie size, I think it looks fine. I'm 5'11", and so it works out really great for me, because the original Stormtrooper armor and helmet was made for a person of height of 5'10". So I'm like right there, and it works out great. Now, if you are a lot shorter or a lot taller, you know, it is what it is. You know, you may look a little bit, you may have to adjust certain things to make it work. But if you're on like 5'10" height, then this is gonna look really great, and you're gonna look like those Stormtroopers from the movie. But yeah, I really like how shiny it is too, how it should be. And again, these are not stickers, these are molded in like this with the little indents. You could even hear it, and then it's painted over really nice. And there it is. Alright, so go ahead and get yourself one of these helmets. Now, from where I've been, Target, Toys R Us, these are all sold out, but you can still pick this up at target.com online. So that's the place to get it. I think Hasbro did a real good job for this helmet, and not only that, they kind of made it available too. You know, typically something like this comes out in the past, and they're all gone by the first day, but you are still able to pick these up. And of course, Amazon has the I believe what they call the Shadow Trooper, where it's basically the same one, but it's all in black. That's Amazon exclusive. I may or may not pick that up. I'm not sure, but on that one, basically it's the exact same helmet, all black, except maybe the lens is mirror lens, and a couple other little color changes too. But yeah, I really like this helmet. If you're gonna get one thing this year in terms of Star Wars, this is the one you want to get. And I'm even including Legos. I'm sorry, but yeah, for $80, I think. If you know anyone who is really into Star Wars and want to spend $80, yeah, this is the one to get. If they don't have it already. But let me know down in the comment what you think about this helmet, guys, because I am really digging this helmet. Alright, this was a Brick Hunter review of this Hasbro Black Series Star Wars Stormtrooper helmet. And thanks for watching. This is Brick Hunter signing out. Bye.
How long have you had this droid? Let me see your identifications.